Hello and welcome to the Analytics videos. In this video, we will learn about the Work Item Analysis widget. The Work Item Analysis widget helps to monitor work items from different perspectives. It displays the count of work items as per different attributes of the work item type. The Work Item Analysis comes with 3 advantages over the other charts. It helps you know the trend of the data over time. It helps you analyze data without their trend. It helps you know for how long a work item is open on the board. Now let us plot a work item analysis to analyze the defects logged in the last 6 months. Let us first plot a chart to see the trends of the defects. To plot the chart, open the Analytics Builder and navigate to the standard widgets. Under Work Item Analytics, click the Work Item Analysis icon. Specify the name of the chart. Under the Data Criteria section, select the work item type. In our example, we will select the defect type. Select the filter criteria if you want to filter work items on the widget. Specify the work item status. Under the widget access settings, select the type of work item analysis. Here we want to see the plot of the defects, so we will select the trend option. As soon as we select the trend checkbox, other attributes appear where we can specify the options related to the trend. For example, we want to see the trend based on the date identified of the defects and not on the date closed of the defects. We can also specify whether we want to see the cumulative flow of the defects or not. Select the type of period such as static and dynamic. If selected static, you can specify the fixed period such as 3 months, 6 months, or so on. If selected dynamic, it will take the defects from the current date. For example, if you want defects of the last 3 months till the current date, then we will specify the start bucket as 3 and the end bucket as 0. Here the 0 in the end bucket denotes the current month. If you specify 1, it will show defects till 1 month before the current date. Now in our example, since we have specified 0, so even after 6 months, this chart will show the latest defects of the 3 months from the current date. In the case of static, the months will be static. For example, if you select the start month as October and the end month as December, then it will always plot defects of October to December month. In the Dimension and Widget settings, specify the attributes that you want to see. In our example, we want to see the trend of defects by their priority, so we will specify the priority attribute in the columns. Similarly, select the attribute that you want to see in the row. By default, the trend setting is selected for the row, and we can specify only one attribute for the row. Next, we will specify the chart settings, such as the chart type, and whether we want to see data labels on the chart or a trend line on the chart. We can plot a work item analysis in various charts, such as line chart, bar chart, pie chart, and heat map chart. Since we want to see the trend of the data, we will select the line chart option. After you specify all the settings, click the Save button. The chart is plotted where we can see the trend of defects in the specified time. Now let us plot a chart without trend data where we want to analyze defects on the basis of the given attributes. First, the priority of the defects, then the module of defects for each priority type, then the names of the employees who created the defects for each module, and finally the count of the defects created by each person. To plot such a chart, specify the options under the Data Criteria section. Under the Widget Access settings, keep the regular trend selected. In the Dimension and Widget settings, we will specify the attributes that we want to see one after another in the drill down. In our example, we want to see the priority, module, created by, and the work item count, so we will select these attributes. Similarly, we will select the engineer status attribute for the row. Remember, the engineering status will remain constant on one axis of the widget. Next, we will specify the chart settings. After you specify all the settings, click the Save button. The chart is plotted where we can see the defects in a table. Here, as specified in the chart, The row shows the engineering status of the defects and the column shows the priority of the defects. Now, let's analyze the high priority defects whose engineering status is fixed by clicking the number in the table. This will show the module-wise information of the defects. To analyze them further, let's click the Access Configuration module as it has a high count of defects. It will again show the owner's names who logged the defects along with the count. Clicking the number again will open the list of the defects logged by the particular user. This way, we can analyze the root cause of the defects using the Work Item Analysis widget. Now let us plot a third widget that shows the priority-wise distribution of the defects along with how long they are open on the execution board. We will plot the defects in 6 categories. Defects that are open for the last 5 days. Defects that are open for the last 5 to 10 days. Defects that are open for the last 10 to 15 days. Defects that are open for the last 15 to 20 days. Defects which are open for the last 20 to 25 days. And the defects that are open for more than 25 days. To plot such a chart, specify the options under the Data Criteria section. Under the Widget Axis settings, select the Aging checkbox. In the Aging settings, specify the aging settings, such as whether we want to analyze the defects in terms of days, weeks, months, or years. In our example, we will select bucket units as days. Similarly, since we want to see the defects in the group of 5 days, we will select the bucket size as 5. In our example, we want 5 groups or buckets, so we will select the bucket count as 5. Next, under the Dimension settings, we will specify the attributes that we want to see on the chart. In our example, we want to see the priority-wise count of defects for aging, so we will select the priority and work item attributes for the column. Since we have selected the aging option in the Widget Axis settings and specified the bucket settings, the aging setting attribute will automatically selected for the row along with the settings that we specified. Next, we will specify the chart settings. In this example, we will select the heat map chart type so that the color-coded boxes will help us quickly understand the count of defects in each category. After you specify all the settings, click the Save button. The chart is plotted where we can see the priority of the defects on one axis and the bucket of the days for which the defects are open on the board on another axis. Now let's analyze the high priority defects that have been open for more than 25 days. Clicking the number opens the listing of the defects where we can view the name, module, owner, due date, and other such information. This way, the Work Item Analysis widget helps us analyze the work item based on different attributes and settings. We hope this video helped you have a basic understanding of the Work Item Analysis widget. See you in the next video. Thank you.